Hi everyone, today's recipe is Kaala Chana. So Rohit, that's my husband, likes to have Kaala Chanas every day for lunch during the weekdays. So I make a big batch for him and I make it oil free. So it's a healthy lunch, and quite frankly, I think the kala chanas are tastier when you make it without oil. So if you've been making your kala chanas with oil, this recipe may be interesting to you. Enjoy. So to start off, I've taken about 1.5 cups of black kala chana or black chickpeas, and I'm going to wash it and soak it, and it'll be soaked overnight. So this is the night before. I'm going to wash it well, and then soak it in some fresh water. This is after it has soaked overnight. You can see it's almost doubled in size, but it's still pretty hard. So now it needs to be pressure cooked. I'm going to use my trusty pressure cooker. Obviously, the water that it has soaked in, I'm going to discard that and just, add. Here I've added a teaspoon of garlic and about 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. And now I'll add some salt. I'm adding my whole spices as well. I'm going to add, let's see what I add next. How exciting. I'm thinking. Here I've added the cumin seeds, the bay leaf, a, a big black elaichi, some black peppercorns, and some small elaichi and a piece of cinnamon. I'm going to add about the same amount of water that it had swelled up to, so about 3 cups of water as a double, and then I will set it to pressure cook on high. After the first whistle, I will lower the heat to medium and let it cook for, whistle away for 30 minutes. I'll set a timer for 30 minutes. So this does take a long time to pressure cook, and my timing is 30 minutes after the first whistle. And once the pressure is released and you're ready to move on, put a pan on the heat. I'm adding here about 2 teaspoons or 2 teaspoons, yeah, of cumin that I'm going to dry roast in the pan. So this recipe does, need a lot of cumin. This basically, I added some in while I was boiling, and I added 1 teaspoon when I was boiling, and here I have 2 more teaspoons that I'm browning in the pan with no oil. I'm going to add some hing. This aids in the digestion because this is a pretty strong bean to digest. So the hing will help it along. And I'm going to dry roast the hing as well. It has a very strong smell, so keep your fan on as I did. I have my exhaust on. And I'm testing the chickpea. I see it's perfectly squishable by finger. I'm happy with it, so I'm going to add it to the pan. I'm discarding the bay leaf. I'm going to add a little bit of water to the pan just to get the last of, the ginger garlic out of the pressure cooker. Oh my goodness, I need a new pressure cooker. It's only when you see it on the camera you realize, oh, this is looking old and very. Okay, so now I've added some water. I'm going to add some dhania. I did a little bit of taste test and the salt seemed fine for me, so I'm adding dhania and garam masala and some red chili powder. So my husband does like it a little bit on the spicy side. I see the little stick of cinnamon is still floating around, so I removed that. And now you have to basically just mix it well, and then Leave it on medium heat till most of the water is evaporated. So, and once the water is all evaporated, all the spices that I've put in it will stick to the chana. So you'll see later on. So here I'm showing you a shot after a couple of minutes, and here it is where it is almost all evaporated. Oh no, there is still some more water. So depending on the amount of water that you add, it will take 5 to 10 minutes or more. So, less is more. In this case, I added only about half a cup of water to the boiled chanas. But sometimes there is water already, so you don't need to add more. So here is, I'm happy with the amount of water that's left over. You do want to leave some. And I'm topping it with chaat masala. I just topped it with the chaat masala. And now I will shake it up, integrate the chaat masala well, and just put the lid on and turn off the heat. So here I wanted to show you the 3 stages. So we started with the dry, soaked it overnight, and then made it using the recipe. And you can see that in the same Tupperware container, it's grown to almost 3 to 4 times its original volume. So enjoy.